Hi, welcome to Watcher DM. I'm Gabriel. Today I'm going to continue my exploration of the Tome of World Building by Matt Finch of Mythmere Games. And yeah, today's video we're going to go ahead and dig into Chapter 7. Now, for the last bunch of this, I have been kind of creating a space within the world. But because of how Chapter 7 is structured, what I want to do is just kind of go through each of these terrain types and generate a little piece of that type of terrain so you can get a sense of what these generators might produce and what the ideas might be that come out of them. And then if I feel like any of them kind of fit within the thing that we've already started constructing, I'll probably stitch it in. I'm working on a desert right now. And then, obviously, like, as I go through the rest of the world building process, I'll be using these tables kind of offline to construct stuff. But for this part of the video series, I'm just going to go through each of the terrain types. And today we are starting with the desert. So yeah, we're going to go in here and we're just going to go ahead and start with desert. And so we'll jump over to Chapter 7 and we'll close that up. Deserts are actually a lot more interesting than the featureless seas of sand many people think of. There are several different types of deserts, and they are populated with an extraordinary variety of plant and animal life, although more sparsely than the more hospitable terrain types. One particular thing to keep in mind about deserts is that sand moves constantly as a result of wind currents. You can always use the adventure hook of something interesting that has recently been uncovered by the wind. I love that the first thing he says is that there are lots of different kinds of deserts, many of which are not the sandy desert type. And then he goes on to basically say that, but the sand could always move. I've lived in the Nevada desert and California desert in my lifetime, and some deserts in Colorado. And I can tell you the actual sandy version of a desert is much less common, at least in the United States. I'm sure there are places in the world where it's much more common. But yeah, there are winter deserts. Like there are cold, frozen deserts. A desert is defined by its lack of not perspiration, precipitation. So, of course, in fantasy world, we are mostly going to be talking about sandy deserts. That's fine. We don't need to overreach here. But if we can come up with a cool solution that might provide some other kinds of deserts, I think, we'll try and do that too. It says here that there are desert types. And so we can kind of pick a desert type. I think we currently, in my little world building project here, it's possible that these little goblins, are in a coastal desert. And it's interesting that it explains here how a coastal desert kind of comes to be. So we're just going to keep that information up there. We're going to kind of start with that. But more importantly, we're going to check out this. We're going to check out these themes for deserts. So we're going to roll a d20. We got a 12. So the theme for the desert is deity only. We rolled a 12, deity only. This will be under theme. Say theme. Deity only. Refer to tables 7.4 and 7.5. Desert theme deity type and desert theme deity activity. So let's go find those. Desert theme deity type is a D8 roll. Kill that, roll it up. We got a 1. Let's roll 1 here. A primordial power of the desert itself. Treat it as a deity. Roll some aspect of power on 1131. It might be acting through an avatar or through a religious leader. See personalities. Religious leaders. So let's roll our second roll here. I think it's a d6. And we rolled a 1 again. 1. The deity is affecting the desert in some way, creating a change to the terrain or wildlife. In a desert, this is likely to involve water. Okay. And yeah, let's can I not? I don't want that. Can you get out of here? Okay. I actually want to turn my Grammarly off. This is annoying the piss out of me. Exit. All right, cool. Let's move on. So our deity activity is there affecting the stuff. It's interesting. I guess this doesn't. Desert theme. Contains a legendary location. Okay, so we got the deity version. That's this. We need to go roll on 1131. Now, the religions play like a pretty big role in this book, and so I think, yeah, we kind of need to aspects of power. Aspects of power for a areas of divine power. 1131 areas of divine power. I think that's what we're looking for. It's funny, they must have renamed the table. Areas of divine power on table 1131. So let's roll on this table. It says to roll on any column. So we're going to roll a D3 and a D100. Boom, boom. So 6 is third column. 73rd entry. 73rd entry is travel. Interesting. That's this. So we rolled 373. Now this says travel. This is metal and this is dogs. It's areas of divine power. Travel. Primordial power of the desert itself. Treat as a deity. It might be acting through an avatar or through a religious leader. See, personalities, religious leaders. Can we find that? Personalities. Maybe let's find religious leader. Celebration of new religious leader, religious leadership, religious leader. Cool. Ambiguous or mysterious religious leader. I think this will be a mysterious religious leader. Let's see. Signal that this is a mysterious person. We got a 2. Battle scars. So maybe like trade caravans protected by a mysterious avatar of travel. I think we have, let's see what our entities say here, because I think we have some. Oh, we didn't make the entities of the gods yet. I think we have a pantheon here. If I go to the culture of the home continent, but a bunch of pantheons here. Are any of these to do with travel or trade? Nobility clubs, battle, areas of power, floods, gluttony, wilderness, lords, persuasion and diplomacy, messengers, discoveries and fate, invention, the hunt, treachery and treason, death, generosity, truces, and parlay. The trade deity. Yeah, I like this. Da Chantu. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, so this is honestly probably on me. I should have done this earlier. So we're gonna put Da Chantu. It's going to be a deity. And come back over here. Where'd it go? Come back down here. I'm just gonna grab all this information. Oh, nope. All this information here. And I'm gonna copy it over to Chantu. Give me that. Paste it here. Trade deity. I don't need to. Yeah, that's fine. Rides a mythological seat. See, yeah, that right there. Like that's what I want because this fits perfectly. So Da Chantu through, and I wonder if that's the thing, right? Is like it's not a man. It's the avatar is not a man. It's a camel. Right? That's cool. That'd be super cool. A battle-scarred camel that walks the desert. That's pretty neat. Okay, cool. So that is our desert. Let's see. Go back to chapter 7 here. See if there's anything else. We got our theme for our desert. I guess we can do some desert details. Let's see if there's any desert details. If you don't have a particular theme for the desert, you might add some details from one of the following tables. Let's do it anyway. We do have a theme, but I think the trade desert of Da Chantu is cool. I'm into it. But let's get him some extra stuff. Sort of a little juice detail. So we're gonna roll a d6. Boom. 4. The desert is the subject of a particular desert legend. So we go to 7-11 here, and we roll. So roll on this table both columns to generate a name of a legend about the desert. Fantastic. So it's 2d100. Boom, boom. 2812. So the detail is, I guess we rolled a 4 legend. And we rolled a 28 and a 12. 28 is the dervish. And 12 is ceremony. The dervish ceremony. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. I don't know what that means, but we could find out. Also, let's see if there's a flip, right? So I used to do this all the time in the other book here. The cave of the, I like me a cave, and 28, the cave of the god. Well, what if it's not? What if it's the cave of Da Chantu, right? Cave of Da Chantu. Where those traders and travelers who become lost are protected and fed fat dates, given many wives. let's mess around. It's fine. Da Chantu. Dig it. All right, cool. So we got our desert. We got to roll through the desert bits here and do some exploring. I think that was pretty fun. Next time we're going to tackle the forests, so you can kind of see what some of that stuff is. And yeah, we'll try out some of this stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you like these videos, I hope you'll hit the like button. If you want to see more of them, I hope you will subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when new ones come out. And if you want to get early access to these videos and a bunch of other stuff that I make exclusive, you can go to patreon.com/watcherdm. Or if you just want to go check out the other stuff we've made, you can go to watcherdm.com or find us on DriveThruRPG or itch.io. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for playing, and I will see you in the next one.